Hi everyone, greeting you is Dr. Amani Hliwi, your teacher of syntax. So some of you asked me to do a video on the X-bar theory like I did on PS Grammar, so as I promised, this is it. I hope you can benefit from it. So let's start with why was the X-bar theory developed. If you remember, we said there are two major weaknesses of PS Grammar that led to the development of the X-bar theory. The first one is the existence of two level categories, just two, word level and phrase level, and that both levels are presented linearly when we draw the tree. Now, as you can see here, the noun, which is a word, and the PP, which is a phrase, are presented at the same linear level. They should have a different status, and this is why the X-bar theory suggested the creation of an intermediate level between the noun and the phrase, which is larger than the noun and smaller than the phrase, called the bar level. If you remember in class, we said you can put a bar above it or just an apostrophe. I cannot put a bar above it using PowerPoint, so you use the bar when drawing your tree, and I'm going to use the apostrophe now. The second major weakness is that there are obligatory elements for the head and optional elements, and PS Grammar present them linearly. Same thing. When I say I bought books from the library, in the VP bought books from the library, books is obligatory. I cannot say I bought full stop. But from the library is optional. I can say I bought books full stop. It's just optional information. As you can see here, they are presented at the same level structurally, and this is why the X-bar theory suggested that they have a different level. So it called obligatory elements complements. So books is a complement, and it made the rule that is sister to X and daughter of X bar, here sister to V and daughter of V bar. And for optional elements, it called them adjuncts, and they have, as you can see, a different status, so they are sister to a bar level and daughter of a bar level. Now, let's deal with the whole X-bar theory schemata. So in the X-bar theory schemata, we have heads, we have complements, we have adjuncts, and we have specifiers. Let's define each one of them and see its role. Every XP, every phrase, is a maximal projection that has a category X as its obligatory head. So XP has a head X. For example, NP has a head N. In the new toy here, what is modified? It is the toy. So X, the head, is N toy. Sorry, not boy there. Now for the VP, the head is V. In buy a book, X is V and is buy in this example. So X is the most important element. We need to find out the head in each sentence to know the other complements, to know the other things. Complements. Now, what are complements? It is an XP, a phrase, that is a sister to a head. So here the complement, as you can see, is sister to X to the head and a daughter of a bar level and a daughter of a bar level. And they are, if you remember, obligatory elements. For adjuncts, which are optional elements, here they are sister to a bar level, as you can see, and daughter of another bar level. And finally, specifiers, so they are defined as sister to X bar and daughter of XP. So if you remember, we said specifiers can be subjects in a full sentence, they can be determiners, they can be intensifiers modifying adjectives, for example. Adjuncts, which are optional elements, we said that they can be adjectives in noun phrases, they can be PPs that are not with of. If the PP is with of, it is a complement. If it is with, from, whatsoever, It is an adjunct for complements any obligatory element for a head. Okay, now let's see some examples. Always put the X-bar schemata next to you whenever you are drawing a tree so that you won't forget about any element that you have. Now let's start with the phrase, a book of poems with a very shiny color. As I said, first thing is to discover the head. What is the head here? What is being modified? It is book. So X is N, a noun. It is pre-modified by a determiner. Determiners are specifiers. Don't forget, for each word you need to identify what is the word. Of poems is a complement of book. Why? It is a PP and it starts with of. Then with a very shiny color is a PP starting with, so it is an adjunct for book. Let's go inside now. In the PP with a very shiny color, we said always that the NP is the complement of the preposition. Let's go inside the NP. What is the head? It is color. It is modified by very shiny, which is an adjective. Shiny is the head in this adjective phrase, and very is an intensifier. Is a determiner, so it is an intensifier, specifier. Now we know every word and its function, so let's draw the tree according to this. In a very shiny color, we said that this is a head and this is an adjunct. So N, but should we just put N? No, we should put N bar. Why? Because the rule of an adjunct is that it is a sister to X bar, so this adjunct should be sister to N bar and not to N. Let's go inside the adjunct itself, very shiny. This is the head and this is the specifier. What is the rule of a specifier? Sister to X bar, so we should project both A and A bar. And then this is the intensifier, which is a specifier, sister to X bar, daughter of XP, so we finish AP. The rule of AP, which is an adjunct, is sister to X bar, daughter of X bar. We replace X with the head, which is N here, so sister of N bar and daughter of N bar. Finally, the determiner is a specifier, so sister to N bar, daughter of NP. As you can see, this helps a lot when it is next to you. Then we said that the NP is always the complement of its preposition, the rule of a complement, sister to X, daughter of X bar, so sister to P, daughter of P bar. It's always the case. And finally, projecting to a PP. We leave it there and we move to the second element, which is the PP of poems. Poems is an NP with just one word. Even if you have just the head, you need to present the three levels. So N, N bar, and NP. With the preposition, we have PNP resulting in P bar, then PP. We said of poems is a complement of book. Rule of complement, sister to X. So just N. We project N. Sister to X, daughter of X bar. So here, daughter of N bar. What about with a very shiny color? We said it is an adjunct. So sister to N bar, daughter of N bar. And finally, this determiner is a specifier, so sister to N bar and daughter of NP. So this is it as you can see. Now let's move to extend the next bar to non-lexical categories, TP and CP, that is S and S bar in PS grammar terms. Let's start with S. If you remember, for every XP we need X. Now what is the head of S? Is it the subject? Is it the PP? Is it the tense? We decided that it is the tense, and this is why the sentence becomes a TP. It's called a TP, it's no longer S. Okay? Now let's see how. You have loved syntax. If you have a complex tense, then the first element of this tense is a complex, that is verbal element. The first is the tense. Here you have. That's the tense. Loved is the verb. Okay, so if you have is loving, the same thing. Is T, loving is the verb. If you have will love, will is tense, love is the verb. So the first element is the tense. Here what do we have? We have you is a subject, so it is a specifier if you remember the rules. Start by identifying elements. Have is the tense, loved syntax is a VP, the head is love V, and syntax, can you say I have loved full stop? No, so syntax is a complement of the verb, and this is why we need to consider that. Now let's start with syntax. Just the head, one element, we present the three levels. N, M bar, NP. This NP is the complement of love, so sister to V, daughter of V bar, and we project the VP. Now the tense, we said it's have. TVP, okay, have what? So the VP is the complement of the tense. TVP projects to T bar. And finally, we said a subject is a specifier. We present the three levels, pronoun, N bar, NP. NP with T bar, we have the TP, which is our sentence. Now, if we have a simple tense, like here, you loved syntax, why did I write past from the very beginning? Because if you don't later, you will have you and love next to each other. You won't have space. The tree won't be beautiful. So from the very beginning, before drawing your tree, you think about your tense. Here we have you loved syntax. Loved is a simple tense. We don't have an ox or a modal, so we write it. If it is past, we write past like here. If it is present, we write pressed, and we will see an example of a present. So same thing, syntax is a complement, N bar, NP, complement of love, V, NP, V bar, then we project VP, and the tense is the past, TVP, T bar, and finally pronoun projects to N bar and NP. Together the NP and the T bar, we have the sentence. So to recap, if you have a complex tense, 2, 3, whatever elements, the first element is the tense. If you have a simple tense, just one verbal element. If it is the past, you write past in capital letters. If it is the present, you write pressed in capital letters. Now extend an X bar to CP, structure of S bar. It becomes called CP, and here the head is C, which is a complementizer. Why? Because the complementizer is the one that introduces the subordinate clause. When I say, I think that you will love syntax, you will love syntax is introduced by that. So that is the head of this embedded clause. Let's think about the sentence first. We have I is a subject. Think, simple tense, it is the present, so we write pressed before it. Think what? That you will love syntax, this is a complement of the verb, the whole thing. That is the complementizer. You will love syntax, another sentence, another TP, where we have a subject. The tense is the modal will. Then the VP love syntax. So same thing. Here syntax represents the three levels, N bar, NP. It is the complement of the verb. So sister to V, daughter of V bar. Then we project the verb phrase. The tense is will, a modal, TVP, T bar, then the subject, so pronoun M bar, NP, together we have a TP. This TP, this embedded clause, is presented by C. So this is why it's the head, CTP together, C bar, projecting to CP, sorry. This TP, so I think what? It is the complement of the verb think. So sister to V, daughter of V bar, then we project the verb phrase. The tense is the present, TVP, T bar. Finally, the subject is a pronoun. We present the three levels, pronoun M bar, MP, MP, T bar. We have a TP. Now, there is something called the extended projection principle that says clauses must have a subject. A specifier position in TP should be filled. Even empty subjects should be presented, and we call them pro. So if we have something like this, Mary wanted to study syntax. Who wants to study syntax? It is Mary. Cannot say Mary wanted Mary to study syntax. So for repetition, we put it a a subjectless clause. But we cannot leave the T bar stranded, as we will see in a minute. We need a pro, an empty subject. It should be there. Here study to is the tense and wanted is simple, so we add past. Mary is the subject. Wanted to study syntax is the verb phrase. This clause is the complement of the verb. Then we have a sentence with an empty subject. tense is to, study, syntax is the verb phrase, and syntax is the complement of the verb study. After thinking, we project the levels. So syntax, noun phrase with 3 levels and n bar NP. It is the complement of the verb VNP V bar, then we project VP. The tense is the infinitive here, TVP T bar. And as you can see, we cannot directly move to VT bar. No, we need a TP, a sentence. We cannot leave T bar stranded. So this is called pro, empty subject, pro T bar, TP. Now, wanted, this TP wanted what? It is the complement of want, VTP, V bar, then VP. The tense of wanted is the past, so TVP, T bar, and finally Mary is the subject. We present the 3 levels, N, M bar, NP, NPT bar. We have a TP. Let's move to practice. As I said, I will do some sentences from the TD. I will also send you some previous exams with keys to have an example. Try to do as many sentences as you can. It is with practice that you will become fast in drawing correct sentences. Mark will meet the new governess in the building of the opera. Each word should have a function. Is it a specifier? Is it a head? Is it a complement? Is it an adjunct? Once you know, you will correctly draw the tree. So here, Mark is the subject. It is a specifier. Will is the tense. The rest is the VP. Meet the new governess in the building of the opera. This VP has a head, which is V. The new governess is a complement, so we cannot say meet full stop. It is obligatory. But we can say meet the new governess full stop. So in the building of the opera is an adjunct. It is optional, so later we know how to draw the verb phrase. Let's go inside now. The new governess, we have, this is the head, new is an adjective, so it is an adjunct, the is a determiner, so it is a specifier. We need to think about this before drawing the tree. In the building of the opera, we have this is a prepositional phrase. This is the preposition. The rest is NP. The head is building. Building of what? Of the opera. This is a complement of the NP, and this is a determiner, a specifier. Then we have of the opera, PNP. So this NP, we have the head is opera, and this is a determiner, so it is a specifier. Once you do this analysis, you start drawing the tree. Should we project just N? No, we should project N bar 2 because we know that a specifier, a determiner, is a sister of an N bar level and a daughter of the phrase NP. This NP is the complement of the preposition, so PNP, P bar, and then PP. This PP is the complement of the noun building, so sister to N, daughter of N bar. And finally, this specifier D is sister to N bar, daughter of the phrase NP. This NP is the complement of the preposition P, so sister to P, daughter of P bar, and finally PP. We leave it there. We finished with it and we move to the new governess. Here we project both N and N bar. Why? Because new is an adjunct. So an adjunct should be sister to a bar level and a daughter of a bar level. Let's deal with new. It is an adjectival phrase with just one adjective. We present the 3 levels, A bar, AP. This AP should be sister to a bar level and a daughter of a bar level. Then the specifier sister to D, daughter of the phrase. We said that the new governess is a complement of the verb, so sister to V, daughter of V bar. We said that in the building of the opera is an adjunct, so sister to a bar level and a daughter of another bar level. And then we finish with the VP. The tense here is will, the modal, TVP, T bar. Finally, the subject, which is a specifier, represents the 3 levels, N, M bar, MP, NPT bar. We have our sentence TP. Let's move to another sentence. She cleaned the knife carefully with a handkerchief. Here we have a subject. The tense is the past. It's a simple tense, so we write it to have it ready from the beginning. Cleaned what? The knife. We cannot say cleaned full stop, so the knife is a complement. Carefully is an adjunct. With a handkerchief is an adjunct. Now let's go inside. A handkerchief. Of course, this is the head and this is a specifier. Represent N, represent N bar, because the rule of a specifier is sister to a bar level, daughter of the phrase. Sister of a bar level, daughter of the phrase. This is the complement of the preposition, so daughter of P bar, and then we have PP. We leave it. When we finish it, we move to the second adjunct, which is carefully an adverb, just one element. We present the three levels as usual: adverb, adverbial bar, adverbial phrase. Then we move to the knife, N bar, since we have a specifier here, DN bar, NP. Now we said this is the complement of the verb clean, so sister to V, daughter of V bar. This is an adjunct, so sister to bar, daughter of bar. Sister to V bar, daughter of V bar. Another adjunct, you can have as many adjuncts as you want. Same rule, sister of V bar, daughter of another V bar. When you finish all the adjuncts, you project the phrase, the verb phrase. The tense is the past, TVP, T bar. Finally, the subject is a pronoun, pronoun M bar, NP, NPT bar, TP. Another sentence, John promised he would resign. So here you can say John promised that he would resign or he would resign. If we don't have that, we don't have a CP. No need to project it as an empty symbol. If you wish to do it, it's fine. So resign is a verb phrase where we have just the verb, so V bar, VP. This VP, here we have the tense is would, the modal would, so T with VP together we have T bar. The subject is a pronoun, so pronoun M bar, NP, and we have the TP. Promised what? Of course, this TP is the complement of the verb promise. So sister to V, daughter of V bar, and we project the VP. The tense is the past, TVP, T bar, and the John here is the subject, so N bar, NP, NPT bar, TP. Another example is John promised to resign. Who is resigning? It's John. It's John promised John to resign. As usual, this is an empty subject, so we need to present it. We cannot leave the T bar stranded. So resign, V bar, VP. The tense here is the infinitive, TVP, T bar. Of course, we cannot leave T bar like this. We need a pro, an empty subject, pro, T bar, TP. Promised what? This TP is the complement of the verb, so sister to V, daughter of V bar, and we project the VP. The tense is the past, TVP, T bar. We end with a noun phrase with just one noun, so present the three levels, N bar, NP, NPT bar. We have a TP. Last sentence, I wonder if she can speak English. So I is the subject, wonder is the verb, wonder if she can speak English verb phrase. The tense is not complex, it's simple, so here it's the present, so we write pressed. Then we have an embedded clause introduced by if, wonder what, if she can speak English. Then this is complementizer, so C, she can speak English is the embedded clause. So we have a subject, the tense is the modal, speak English is the verb phrase, where we have a verb and its complement, which is English, which is a noun phrase of just one noun, so we present the three levels, N bar, NP. This NP is the complement of the verb, so sister to V, daughter of V bar, we project the VP. The tense is the modal can, TVP, T bar. The subject is the pronoun she, so present the three levels, pronoun M bar, NP, and PT bar, TP. This TP is presented by the complementizer if, so CTP, C bar, CP. This CP is the complement of wonder, so I wonder what if she can speak English. So VCP, V bar, VP. Finally, the tense is the present, TVP, T bar. And finally, the subject of the main clause is pronoun N bar, NP, NPTP, NPT bar presents the TP. Thanks for your attention. I hope the video is helpful. If you have any further questions, if you want to submit some sentences for me to correct, if you remember I said to use PHP syntax tree drawer, you can use brackets and it will show you how to do them, and you can send me any questions to my email as you can see it there. I wish that you revise well and I wish you very good luck for your exams. That's it for your video. Thank you.